in my little watch pocket in my jeans. You know that watch pocket that's for nothing?
Yeah.
That's where you put,
That's for your 2 basil.
That's where you put ingredients.
Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It sure is.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And Saige.
Yes, Anthony.
I have to know.
What do you have to know?
I have to know, Saige. Are you listening to Planet of the Bass?
No? What are you talking about?
Saige, are you not listening to Planet of the Bass?
What the fuck is you talking about?
Saige, you gotta listen to Planet of the Bass.
You gotta elaborate more than those words.
Here's what we're gonna do. I put Planet of the Bass somewhere. Don't you worry about where. You didn't see where.
What is it?
Planet of the Bass is the greatest thing of all time. Just click it. Just click it. Let's watch Planet of the Bass.
Is it something we can do on stream?
We can absolutely show it on stream. Don't you worry.
Oh, I did get this TikTok. Yes. Okay.
Everybody, have you seen Planet of the Bass? Let's do this.
Okay. Yes, I did get this TikTok. That's not the right button, Anthony.
Planet of the Bass. What button?
Let's turn it up here, I guess.
That's not the right button, Anthony.
Well,
it's fine. You're just going to listen to a little bit of two of us. Just waiting for them to copyright this and us to get a strike.
This is comedian Kyle Gordon, who's done like a few different things, but this is his first thing to really pop off. His rap is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
This is excellent.
Yeah.
Tumblr's obsessed.
The amount of fan art this is getting.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I got this TikTok in my feed.
Specifically because of his rap.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Women are my favorite guy.
I like the just off English. Wow.
Women are my favorite guy is what's getting everybody to do fan art.
Hey.
It's just fan art of the two of them dancing, usually, and he's just screaming, women are my favorite guy.
As somebody fluid on the gender spectrum, I find that sentence incredibly relatable.
It's so good. It's so good. Kyle is releasing the full song, I believe, later this month.
Wow.
It's a real full song.
So literally, I was just scrolling on TikTok last night, and I have it like in my likes. I just didn't know there was a thing around it. I haven't been receiving the fanfare.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of fanfare.
Had no idea. Well, women are my favorite guy.
Women are my favorite guy. Yeah, here's some of the fan art.
Get the right one, Anthony.
I pushed it. Here, wait.
No, don't right now.
Don't right now.
Don't do that right now,
Don't
please,
do it
and
right
thank
now.
you.
What's been up with this lately?
I could not tell you, Anthony.
Wait, what's been up with this lately?
Let's at least go to a different thing.
Yeah, go to a different thing. There we go. But here's some Planet of the Bass fan art for you. Women are my favorite guy. You know, the usual. The usual. Life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it so much.
That's
a lot
so
of it is
funny.
like, it's so cute too.
Wow, yeah.
So much cute fan art. People are in love with it.
The first one was JoJo as fuck, yeah.
It really was. Ugh, so good.
The best poster, Oppenheimer, Tell the World, Stop the War, and Barbie, Women Are My Favorite Guy.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Very funny. That's very funny.
I do love, like, he got that 90s dance lyric, like that Euro dance lyric.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
This isn't, like, it's definitely translated probably from German or something.
Tell the world, stop the war.
Yeah.
Is just like, you just throw it in because he's like, I think.
Because who doesn't agree? Stop
Because the line
war.
before it is sex, I'm wanting more.
Yeah.
Tell the world, stop the war.
Yeah.
That's like every 90s dance song.
Great. I love it. It reminds me of Vitas.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Vitas?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Went viral out of context a lot, but also was like a massive think German pop star. I want to say, I might be wrong on that part of it. Yeah, Vitas.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
Yeah. This person.
Vitas, the seventh element.
Hell yeah. Russian.
Russian, there you go. It's either German or Russian when it comes to that like Euro dance music.
Right?
Yeah.
And went very, very, very viral out of context where a lot of people just didn't know what it was. And
With
then
your
people were like, this is
occasional-
actually a huge Russian pop star.
With your occasional Swede.
Yeah,
You gotta have an occasional Swede.
I agree. I was going to say originally for this one that it seemed like it was translated from definitely like Swedish, but they said specifically Euro. So wild. That's very funny.
Yeah. It's good. Everybody keep an eye on his TikTok is Kyle Gordon is great and gonna be releasing the full song soon. I think it's lovely. I've just been grooving to it. That 45-second clip. I've just been like, life, it never died.
A lot of the time I fall asleep scrolling through TikToks and things just replay and replay and replay and replay. Anthony's just doing that, but awake.
Yeah, I have 3 there are more than 3 TikToks, but I don't watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 seems like the perfect number of TikToks to know about and to watch.
At any given time.
At any given time. There are only 3 TikToks.
Somebody today, I did a little TikTok live before we went live here. And somebody today was like, I just wish I could see what other people's feed looks like. I'm like, you don't want to see my feed. It's all aggressive call out therapy TikToks and cute cats. The second half is fun. The first half hurts my feelings.
Mine is all surrealistic and absurdist humor. Like weird things where it's just like, it turns into a badly rendered 3D scene. You know, that sort of stuff.
I've gone through my phase of them. You know, TikTok changes. But right
Certainly
now,
does.
it's all very like accountability therapy TikTok. And it's a little harsh.
I get some of
It's a
that.
little rude, in my opinion, of my TikTok feed. I'm already in therapy. Leave me alone.
No, I still get a lot of the, what is her name? Molly Moon or whatever, who does the fake like 16-bit, like she's a monster girl.
Yeah.
And it's like text adventures, or I get the girl who randomly like pops up in dark forests with a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And does like the quick pans and the scene keeps changing. I get a lot of stuff like that.
I'm also getting a lot of
Nightmare
like
talk.
independent pop girlies, like independent pop music. Real, did I just make the song of the summer kind of vibes? But like most of the time,
Kinda you did.
you're really good.
Kinda you did.
But I get a lot of girls in their car playing their new single and being like, should I release it?
Hey, we're talking a lot about songs of the summer, Saige.
Yeah, we are.
But what if we talked about the game of the summer? The game of the summer.
Is it The Last Hope on Nintendo Switch, Anthony?
It
Is that what you mean?
I'm talking
The
about
Last Hope?
The Last Hope Dead Zone Survival Official Nintendo Trailer 2023.
I love this game.
This game has been making the rounds and unfortunately has just been pulled.
Yeah.
But this has been going on. I've watched a couple YouTubers play through this and show this game. It's hilarious. It has nothing to do with this trailer. The game is completely different, but it's basically like somebody threw together the cheapest, quickest asset flip Last of Us clone they could.
Yeah. We put clone in quotations because it's not good enough to be called a clone.
It's so
On the
wildly
bottom
bad.
here, footage does not represent actual gameplay.
Yeah, I want to find.
And when they said that, they meant that.
They meant it.
They really meant that.
Here, let me find some good gameplay. Oh, Digital Foundry did a scathing review of it.
Yeah, they did.
But I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. This is somebody speed running it, so it's just gameplay.
It went viral initially because of a specific screenshot from it that looked like a Walmart Ellie standing like clipped through a Joel.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically you run around this city. It's basically empty. The zombies are there. There's barely enough bullets to kill all the zombies in the area. There's barely enough weapons to kill all the zombies in the area. It all takes place on this city block. There's a bad, like you were saying, bargain basement Ellie.
Yeah.
The whole thing turns into an escort mission. It's basically all made out of basically logic plugins that you can get from the Unity store or the Unreal store. There's no way to regain stamina. So if you run, your stamina's gone.
Yeah.
It's simply the stamina bar does not refill. I want to show they downloaded like a lock-picking plugin. And they just like put the lock-picking plugin in the game. I don't know where it is. But it doesn't work with the game. Like it's broken. Half the time it won't unlock the locks after you do it. It's completely busted.
Anyways, this is an example of shovelware that was available in the Nintendo Switch store. It has now been pulled.
There is so much shovelware in the Nintendo Switch store. Nintendo went from not understanding what digital downloads are, as opposed to analog downloads.
Yeah.
Nintendo went from not knowing what a download is to allowing simply anything in their store.
Should we make something and put it on the Nintendo Switch store?
We absolutely should. We absolutely should.
Hey, you want to make some shovelware?
I'll put together some shovelware for us in the Unreal store. I can do that. I have enough Unreal plugins.
Oh, that reminds me. It's a new month. Let's start a new goal.
We'll start a new goal. The goal is get a game on the Nintendo Switch store, but also the goal is
money.
And it's going to be down there.
Hear me out. Connected. These two things come together.
Oh, yeah. Put it up above $700 then, because it's going to be a lot of work to make this game.
I know.
But I will make a shovelware game, and I will put it on the Wii store.
We'll discuss
Switch store.
The Wii store.
It's basically the Wii store. There's that much shovelware on it.
We will discuss off stream what the goal is. Mm-hmm. For now, I'm going to reset our standard one.
The goal will be secret to you. You will not know it.
We will let you know after we decide it.
We will let you know once you hit the goal. If you hit the goal, we'll tell you.
But if you pass it, we won't.
If you pass it, we won't. You have to hit it exactly. We have a number in our head right now, and if you start donating, it's not 700. That would be too easy. If you start donating now, we'll tell you when we hit the goal. But if you pass it by even a penny, you lose.
Good. This is good. This is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think that we've had a good idea.
This is a great idea. And did we say something about making a game in Unreal? I don't know, because we're on this new game now. We're on this new game now, and that's the game. What number are we thinking of? Can't tell you.
You know what? Hey, it was clever to ask.
It was clever to ask.
What if we had just been like, that's all you had to do? Jelly Pee-Pee with an excellent start. And also, with a great start today, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is sponsoring this episode. This is essentially like part 2 of it. Because I got a HelloFresh box in the mail this week, and I ate like a real person. Maybe that's why I didn't need an immediate soda this morning, Anthony. Maybe like...
Oh, because you ate food?
Yeah, maybe because I actually took care of my body like an adult human this morning. I didn't feel the need to immediately wake up and just coat myself in sugar and caffeine. Do you think that could be it?
Whereas I woke up a little late this morning and I immediately ate Pop-Tarts when I got to the studio. So yeah, it could be. It could be that you are full of energy because you ate real.
Real.
Yeah.
I can show you, just gonna make sure that nothing addressee is visible. There we go. Wait for it to catch up. These are the meals that we got from HelloFresh this week. We got the chicken sheet pan bake, which was great. I love a one-pan bake. Chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese and the balsamic rosemary chicken. These were all very Saige-friendly meals, which means they were kid-friendly meals.
Yep.
I do eat like a child, but HelloFresh accommodated me eating like a child very, very well.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to do.
But even though it accommodated you eating like a child, it also accommodated me eating like an adult, because I do like green beans. I did get my green beans. I did get my broccoli. I did get my vegetables that I enjoy and my mixed greens.
Yeah, these are all like adult actual foods.
Which was your fave? My fave was probably the balsamic rosemary chicken.
I'm a pasta girly.
I
love pasta. I fucking love pasta. It was great. It was easy to make. You can go to HelloFresh.com and you can use our code for 50% off and free shipping. Hey, feed yourself like a real adult this week. I don't know.
Hey, and HelloFresh, if you're listening, feed yourself like a real adult this week. It's a great tagline.
Like, it's pretty good, right?
Hey, what if we just cut through all the garbage and said what's real in advertising? Feed yourself like an adult this week.
We're two people with ADHD, and all of my ingredients go bad otherwise. The pre-portioned ingredients are super helpful for reducing food waste, and not me looking around and going, well, I don't know, there's 6 ingredients here. What could I possibly do with that? What could I possibly do with a bunch of mystery ingredients in my fridge? This just told me what to do.
Yeah. And then it's like, if you do have a recipe and it's like, hey, now go out and buy the ingredients. It's like, forage in the world?
No.
No, simply
No.
not. Have you ever tried? You can't buy ingredients for 1 or 2 meals. You try to do that?
I find
You ever try to buy like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna get enough spices for 1 or 2. Hey, can I just get like a pinch of salt? No, you may not.
No, you may not.
No, you may not.
You may buy an entire salt.
What am I gonna do with that? Now, salt's fine.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking about like, hey, I'm gonna buy some basil. That basil's gone, dog.
Yeah. Rosemary.
That's a leaf. That's what they don't tell you about basil. It's a leaf. You put a leaf in your refrigerator, it goes bad.
Victor Necrofug, your comment just automatically got deleted because of the link, but it said, HelloFresh, eat like you enjoy being alive. And like, straight up, cheers to that, fam. It's really, really great. None of the food went bad, and that is a huge bit of progress for me.
Can I get 2 leaf? They look at you like you're crazy.
It will not give you
I just want 2 leaf. I put it in my wallet, I leave.
I leave.
I don't even.
I put it in my wallet.
I leave. I don't even need a bag.
I
don't need a bag. It's 2 leaf.
I make like a basil and leaf.
Yeah, 2 leaf and a little pinch of salt. I put it in my little watch pocket in my jeans. You know that watch pocket that's for nothing?
Yeah.
That's where you put,
that's for your 2 basil.
That's where you put ingredients.
Yeah. But that is kind of literally how HelloFresh works. They send you like little portioned ingredients.
Yeah.
It's really excellent. It's
so
great.
good.
There's no questions, no mysteries, no waste.
I went to Ralph's. I tried to do that, and they said no. I said, let me speak to Ralph. Get Ralph out here.
Didn't happen. Couldn't work.
Didn't happen.
Wouldn't allow it.
Did you know there isn't a Ralph?
Get escorted out.
Did you know Ralph isn't real and that basil
banned.
is a leaf?
He's banned from the local grocery
I'm
store.
learning a lot. I thought Vaughn's was owned by comedian Theo Vaughn.
Yeah?
I was incorrect.
Wow.
Apparently there's no Vaughn either.
I don't like going to grocery stores because they make me...
What is it about them that make you?
Well, I wonder if it's less about them and more about me and what is most likely a bitism. I'm extremely overstimulated in grocery stores.
Yeah.
It's the same way that like, you know, right, they're so bright, the lights are overwhelming.
Colors, coupons, signs,
People are stressed, there's kids running around, and like, I get it. I understand why this is all happening. I understand that none of us want to be doing this right now. I understand that you have 18 children that you are responsible for feeding, you know, and collectively, I don't know which ones belong to which parent. I don't pay attention to this sort of thing.
No.
So I get it. Like, I do understand why there are children in the grocery store. You have to feed those. They start eating like right away.
Infinite Corpse says, I feel like I can't hide anywhere. You can't. You're not supposed to.
I agree. There's nowhere to hide in a grocery store.
You're right. That's probably by design. They don't want you hiding in a grocery store.
But you know where I can hide? A Costco.
Oh, sure.
I love that.
Oh, sure. You could live in a Costco if you wanted.
I'm one person. I don't need bulk ingredients, but like...
No, I want 2 leaf. I'm going to go to a Costco. They're going to try to sell me 10-pound bucket of leaf.
No.
That's a lot of leaf.
But I love that I can hide in there. So like there is a give and take in that. But I agree. There's nowhere to hide in there. People are stressed. I don't like places where people are there out of obligation.
Membership?
No.
Do we know anybody with a Costco membership?
My mom.
Because you ever go to Costco on sample day?
Every day sample day at Costco, baby.
They always have like one big sample day though, where it's like, holy shit. You know what HelloFresh is like? HelloFresh is like a big sample day.
Elise.
Oh, okay. Elise, take us to the big sample day.
Elise lives with me now.
Whoa, things are moving fast.
My grocery store has been out of sriracha for a month, so I just turn around and walk out of there these days. There is like a shortage of sriracha.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on,
but if you go to a Costco, they'll sell you a wading pool of sriracha. They'll sell you, it's a wading pool with a spigot. And they say, swim around in it, little piggy.
Oh my God. Dude.
Swim around in it.
Oh my God. We've really, really lost the plot here.
10 gallon fucking bucket of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And a 20 person pool of sriracha. And they go swim around in it, little piggy.
Is that an appropriate substitution for a brownie recipe?
Yes. I didn't have egg.
I didn't have eggs. I used mayonnaise. Is that okay?
Is that okay?
No.
I didn't have any eggs, and I know they're mostly used as an emulsifier and a bonding agent in this recipe. So I used tile caulk. Is that cool? I just put a caulk gun in it.
Yeah. And then it didn't taste right.
And then it did not taste like brownie.
I don't get it. Check out the Patreon where we did a longer version of just scrolling through that subreddit. It was very fun. Anyways, yeah, never worry about having to swim around in a giant bucket of sriracha to get what you want again. Check out HelloFresh.com. Use our code for 50% off. It helps not only support the channel, but feed you like an adult.
That's right. Don't let your wallet leaf go bad.
I think we nailed this.
I think we nailed it. I think
they're going to love it.
I say don't even send a cut down. Send it raw. When they need to review it, I say just send it as is.
Hey, I sent the live link. They could be watching right now.
Oh, hey, everybody. If you sign up for HelloFresh, definitely say in the chat.
Anyways, really and truly, that's been great. So we'll talk probably more about it later, but let's continue with the news. We fell off on a tangent. We fell off on a tangent.
Saige, what about a little gaming news?
We have so much gaming news today.
We got a little bit of the gaming news.
We actually kind of got to get to it.
Let's get to the news.
Well, let's talk about the other game of the summer, aside from The Last Hope, Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3, it's coming out tomorrow. It's a 122 gigabyte download. You're probably like, oh, good. I'll just go and I'll preload that right now.
No.
So at midnight,
No,
but I'm just gonna preload it. I already bought it, and I've been in the
doesn't matter.
I've been in the early access.
Yeah, you've probably been playing the game for a while.
And I'm just gonna hit the button.
Screw you, buddy.
I'm just gonna preload it.
You can wait like everybody else.
What do you mean?
Everybody wait.
Why everybody wait?
No preloading, baby. There will be no preloading in advance of tomorrow, August 3rd, the official Baldur's Gate release date. That's still HelloFresh. It'll refresh in a second. There we go. It's on a little bit of a delay on this NDI.
Can I give you a cool hint as somebody who's had to use the NDI with Windows? Do a little wiggle when you change.
Just wiggle it.
Do a little wiggle it, just a little bit. Wiggle it.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So yeah,
We had two
Baldur's
very
Gate.
different songs. We had two very different songs.
We did.
I was on Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody, get on track. Focus up. Come on. This is a news show. You can't just go off on tangents all the time.
I'm trying to do a
Would you
news
focus
show
up?
here.
Somebody asked if they could have a hint for the number that we're thinking of. The answer is no. Your hint is give us money. I'll let you know when you're close. I'll tell you if you're close. Back on track here with this Baldur's Gate download. You cannot preload the download, and not just that. Your currently downloaded Baldur's Gate is going to have to be completely reinstalled. They said, oh, there are a few bytes here and there, but we'll tell you what, this 122 gigabytes is effectively entirely different, which I don't believe. You're telling me everything is different now?
That is what they're telling me.
All the player models, all the textures, all the code, all the logic.
That's what I'm being told.
Everything is different now.
Yeah.
I'm not calling Larian Studios liars, but here's what I am saying. They also recommend that you delete your saves, remove any mods, back up your save if you want, but it won't do you any good, they say. They say back it up. You can try it, but it won't work because I think the reason they want everybody to completely re-download this game is because you have to start from scratch and they don't want to get a million support tickets. It's like, why isn't this working?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why it's not working.
So what it says on here is, unfortunately, we're unable to make Baldur's Gate 3 available for preload. Steam doesn't support preload for early access titles because switching to preload would break the game for people currently playing in early access. That seems legit. You don't buy it? You don't buy it? These are the global launch times here. We're here in Los Angeles, so we can start the 122 gig download at 8 a.m. tomorrow. This is kind of your map.
See, the reason why I don't believe it is because they're giving two different things. They're saying they're saying
Steam.
They're saying Steam doesn't allow early access. You have to re-download. But then he said the same thing on the It Me JP interview. He said there might be a few bytes that are the same, but it's a full reinstall. So which one's true? Like,
is it because of the Steam thing, or is it because it's a different game?
Yeah. It's very interesting. It might have something to do with Steam encryption or something. Who knows?
I mean, I think it could be both in that if they were just to make that as like a patch, essentially, where they update it to full, it would be so much that it would like fuck over the people that are still pre-playing it. I don't know. I believe it.
Yeah.
They want people to play the game.
I also just think they want to really hammer it home. Your mods aren't going to work. Your saves aren't going to work. You got to start over, which is why we stopped playing it in early access.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to be tired of it by the time it came out.
No, I want to play the game.
Yeah, like we both bought it.
Yeah.
And we played it a couple times.
Which
and
we
then
don't have to. We've Steam Family Share.
Yeah, we both bought it, and then we looked at each other. Oh, I think the reason we both bought it is because it's online multiplayer, and we can't both play the same game.
Also, I don't think we were family sharing yet at that point.
Yeah, but we played it a couple times. We were like, this is pretty fun. I'm going to stop because if I don't, they're going to make me wipe my save.
Yeah.
And the next week they made everybody wipe saves, and they've done it twice since then, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, this is part of early access, though. People who want this game in early access don't mind that. I'm not saying it like it's a negative for everybody or, it's a bad thing. It's just not something that we wanted.
Jafrikas asks if it'll be playable on Steam Deck. Do you know the answer to that?
I don't. I'm going to say probably not.
Seems big for a Steam Deck.
It seems very big for a Steam Deck. Maybe it will, but I have a feeling it's going to run at launch the same way.
It says it's going to run on Steam Deck.
Looks rad on Steam Deck. It went so far as to say looks rad on Steam Deck. That's bold.
That is bold. When I literally just Google it here, say won't have preload, but will run on Steam Deck.
That's bold.
Will be verified day one.
So verified.
Yeah.
If it's saying verified, that means Steam has looked at it and everything works well. That means everything down to controller prompts, to readable text, to menus, everything works well. Does that mean it's going to look good? No. Now they are saying it looks rad. They're saying it looks rad.
I don't know. That's kind of promising.
I don't know. Street Fighter 6 looks horrible on Steam Deck. You know what I mean? And that's just mostly rendering two nice characters.
But maybe this will look rad.
Maybe it'll look rad.
I don't know. Rad doesn't always mean the highest of quality. Speaking of games,
where do you put rad compared to good?
I think rad is this way to good.
Yeah.
I like good is a kind of neutral compliment. You know?
Yeah.
Rad is just in a different direction of it doesn't mean it is higher in quality, but it is more enjoyable than good.
Okay. So it sounds like you're simping for Larian Studios here. Are they paying you? How much are they paying you, Saige?
$1 million.
No, Saige.
I wish.
Saige.
I do love Baldur's Gate. I would take their money.
$1 million, Saige. You sold out.
I did.
Bam, bam, bam.
Hey, just that's what it's gonna look like when I sell out and someone gives me $1 million.
If I ever got paid $1 million for anything, you'd never see me again. I would simply,
you son of a bitch, I'm your best friend.
I would simply invest that money wisely, live a meager life, and never work again.
We don't see each other just at work. We hang out.
Oh.
Why won't I see you?
Oh, you would see me, but I mean
said
like
you'd never see me
But
again.
I mean like you, the royal you.
The royal y'all.
The royal y'all.
Yeah.
The royal y'all. Get $1 million. I mean, $1 million. Here's the thing.
$1 million is actually not that much
It's
money.
not even that much.
In like today's money and with the cost of living as it is. But
I could buy a studio apartment in Los Angeles.
right. But hey, if you invest well, it's great. Anyways. Speaking of other games that I would like to online multiplayer with you, Anthony, please Please, 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 please just play Final Fantasy XIV online with me, Anthony, please.
Are we going back to that period of a couple years ago where everybody is like copy pastaing the, hey, have you tried Final Fantasy XIV?
No, we're going back to when you were trying to convince me to play Genshin with you.
Yeah, and you never did.
Well, that was because they did a bunch of
You never did.
Hey, you know why I didn't.
You never did.
They put Elon Musk in the game, and you know why I didn't.
They put Elon Musk in the game. It's a completely different character.
You know why I didn't. Otherwise, I would have. Otherwise, I absolutely would have. Anyways, we were literally just talking about this on Monday about how it is too expensive to get started on Final Fantasy XIV. You got to do the base game. You got to pay for the membership. You got to pay for the expansions.
Yeah.
Well, they were listening. At the fan festival in Las Vegas, they revealed that their next patch will fold the game's second expansion, Stormblood, into the free trial with an increased free trial level cap of level 70, Anthony.
What does that mean?
Originally you had to buy the game, you get your free trial.
Yeah.
You had to buy the game previously at 20.
Okay.
And then it got upgraded to 35. And then it got upgraded to 60. And now it is upgraded to 70.
Right, but like, what does that mean in absolute terms? What's a high level character running around right now?
Hey, BB's in the chat. What level you at?
Oh,
You're like 6 months.
Jason
also,
Charles
hey, Jason,
Miller.
good morning.
What's up?
Yeah. You're like 6 months.
6 months before you get to level 70. Well,
With some DLC content?
but I don't get the Dawn Voyage of the Dawn Treader or whatever his name.
No. That's the name of it.
The Dawn Trail, is that
Jason
what it
just
is?
came back from FanFest. See? I mean, that's pretty good. So that's around 200 to 300 hours of game.
Okay, all right. If it's that free,
For free.
if it's that free,
For free, my friend.
I will absolutely give Final Fantasy XIV a shot if it's free.
We were literally just talking about this. It was so wild when I saw this pop up in the news because literally on Monday.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try it with an open mind. If I have friends, I've said it before, I like any game that you can play online if your friends are there. I have not traditionally been an MMO guy. It's very rare that I get into an MMO.
I love MMOs.
I
love MMO.
But I'm going, Anthony, you have to play it just to hear me voice acting and singing. You're always voice acting and singing though. That's a false statement, Jason. I don't have
Jason
to.
isn't everything.
I don't have to buy it to hear you voice acting and singing because you're always voice acting and singing in everything. But if you mean your performance in this is particularly amazing, would you say that your performance in Final Fantasy Voyage of the Dawn Treader is the performance of your career?
Oh, that's a big question.
That's the only game where I do both in the same game. Not true. I went to a taping of a television show where you did both.
Game, Anthony. That's a television show.
Where they played a game.
In the game, though. Not in the game.
What if you die in the game?
Then you die in real life.
Jason, no. Be safe.
Be careful out there, friend. Anyways, continuing with our gaming news. As always, there's always something new happening in Dead by Daylight. They really do just keep this shit going. Every time you think like I've done everything in Dead by Daylight, they have something new for you.
Yeah.
Alien is coming to Dead by Daylight.
Okay. This is amazing. This is exactly, I mean, any of these asymmetrical hunter-killer games are essentially Alien anyway.
Right.
Alien is the best version of this, I think, in popular culture and in all media. I'm a huge Alien fan. Here's my problem.
What's your problem? Hey, what's your fucking problem, man?
Man, I'll tell you what my fucking problem is. I'm worried that I can't be Nicolas Cage running away from a xenomorph.
Why are you worried about that?
Because can I? Isn't Nicolas Cage in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, can Nicolas Cage run away from the xenomorph?
Yeah.
Well, then I have no more concerns.
Because Nicolas Cage is a survivor.
Great. Then I'm not worried.
Alien is a predator.
So the alien is a predator. Boy, that would be the twist to end the whole franchise, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If the alien at the end was just like which is Predator for you got me.
Yeah, I like how you did it kind of quirky.
I like it because this is Vegas as hell Nick Cage, right?
Yes.
Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight is the way Nick Cage wants to present himself. It's his public persona.
Yeah.
Purple suit, slick back hair. He's doing the whole thing. It's not Nick Cage at home in sweats. It's not Nick Cage as a different character.
No.
It's Nick Cage, public persona. I love that it's that.
Running away from a xenomorph. Yeah.
That's
So that's
perfect.
exactly what you can do now.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of the things, if you're not familiar with Dead by Daylight, as they go through these different like expansions to it, these are all additions to the game. These are not things that come and go generally. So you'll be able to just keep doing those things.
Hey, Nick Cage versus Predator.
Predator.
Predator for sure.
Yeah, it's Predator. I'm
Predator
sorry.
for sure.
He's all right. Continuing.
Man, they're really trying to get me to play all these online multiplayer games. They're putting a lot of things in that are just like, hey, Anthony, why don't you play these games? Hey, in other big game news, this is big to me, and it should be big to all of you. It's the biggest little game that's out in a while. It's called Tren.
Oh.
Tren is the new game from Media Molecule, the creators of Little Big Planet and Dreams. And if you're wondering how to play Tren, you play it for free in Dreams.
Oh, interesting.
They made the game entirely with the Dreams production tools, the Dreams editor, and it's an entire game. And it's cute as hell. It's basically, you play with this little train set, and see, it's backing up now from the commercial, the in-world commercial, to the real train set.
Oh.
And it gives you a bunch of different tracks that you can build and change and try to get the train safely through the tracks. It's Tren.
Tren. Yo, this is a neurodivergent dream.
It's amazing. The first thing—
They know we love trains.
Oh, the first thing I thought when this came out is like, I've got to call Saige and the rest of my autistic friends.
Yep. We love trains.
Y'all love a train. But look, you can get all these weird little things, weird little tracks and weird little props for it. And I don't know for sure. Look, they built a Little Big Planet level. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming since it's made in Dreams is free, by the way.
Yeah.
If you've got a PlayStation, download Dreams. I think it's free for everyone. It might just be PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
But Tren, everything that's in Dreams is free. People have been making games on Dreams forever. This was their big last thing because they are ending support for Dreams.
Aww.
It didn't take off the way they expected. They had big plans for it.
Little Big Plans?
Little Big Plans. And it did pretty well. It has like a very devoted group of fans. I've played some amazing games on Dreams. That Avatar: The Last Airbender game that we saw was Dreams.
Yeah.
There was a monster fighting game that came out in Dreams that got a publishing contract from Sony. Like, it started as something in Dreams. They were actually trying to work out a way where you could make a game in Dreams and transition it to being on the PlayStation Store. They had little big plans.
They had Little Big Plans.
And it didn't take off. They didn't port it to the PS5. It works on the PS5 because it's a PS4 game.
Right.
And they finally said, hey, we love this thing, but we've got to move on to our next project. This is a lot to support. They're going to keep the servers up. It's not going away, but there will be no further updates or support for Dreams. So this is this is Media Molecules like, thank you for playing Dreams.
They're giving up on their dream.
They're giving up on their dreams. Hey now. The dream is over. So if you've not played anything in Dreams, or if you've not made anything in Dreams, I think Dreams is a wonderful way to learn about how game logic and logic blocks and programming work. One of the biggest things about learning programming is learning how the logic of an engine works.
Yeah.
And this is such an easy way to do it. Life Serial says the Seinfeld horror game in Dreams was really weird. Yes.
Okay.
There was a really weird Sonic game.
The Sonic Dreams collection.
Yeah, this that was not it. But you should play the Sonic Dreams collection. It was very, very good. And I played a lot of amazing stuff on Dreams.
Somebody put the Sonic Dreams collection on Dreams.
Yeah, somebody put the Sonic Dreams collection on Dreams.
No. Hey, if you're looking for Dream for the PS4, just Google search
Sonic Dream collection.
Yeah.
And you'll find it.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's huge gaming news, I think. Go play Tren.
Let's move into a little bit of industry news.
Sure, let's do it.
A little bit of busy, a little bit of industry.
Let's do it.
Let's start with Stephen Amell.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. Stephen Amell, of course, the Salmon Ladder Man, the Green Arrow.
Stephen Amell was recently being interviewed at GalaxyCon, where he was promoting a show that he was doing, which is interesting because actors aren't doing that right now, isn't it?
Now, what he was promoting a show, or he was just doing a general appearance?
No, he was literally talking about a show that had premiered.
Oh, he's not supposed to.
He's not supposed to be doing that. And that was not technically the reason for the appearance, but he did keep talking about it.
I saw a quote.
Which premiered yesterday.
Yeah, because I remember that. He was asked about the general, state of what's going on in the industry, what's going on with unions, and he's like, well, take for instance a show like mine, which premieres tomorrow on Stars. And it's like, whoa, dude. That's literally the thing you can't say.
So he continued with this. He doubled it down. Stephen Amell, of course, again, Arrow from CW's show, Arrow, was asked directly about what he thinks about the strike. And let's just watch the clip together.
Is he union? Yeah, he's union.
Oh, he's very, very union. He's very much a famous union actor.
And the ongoing strike that is happening.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm insulated in Hollywood because that's where I live. I literally live in Hollywood. Like all the stereotypes that exist.
Shut up.
So I feel like a lot of people in this room aren't aware of the strike.
Do you feel that way? Maybe because they came out to...
I support my union.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And I stand with them. I do not support striking. I don't.
Okay, well those two things seem to be at odds.
Let's hear that one more time. I'm just gonna bump it up a little bit just so you can hear it. I'm gonna bump it up for them.
Aware of the strike.
Should be helpful.
I support my union. I do, and I stand with them. I do not support striking. I don't.
Then you don't support your union.
And there's more. He continues.
Then you don't support your union.
Then you do not support your union.
Reductive negotiating tactic. And I find the entire thing incredibly frustrating. And I think that the thinking as it pertains to shows like the show that I'm on that premiered last night, I think that is... I think that it is. I think it's myopic.
Bud. Okay. Yeah. So a few things that Stephen Amell is ignoring in this when he says that the union is using a striking, which is a reductive negotiating tactic, a myopic negotiation tactic. They tried negotiating more. The studio said, this is the contract, there is no negotiation.
This is the end of the negotiations.
The AMPTP simply said, this is what we're offering, and we refuse to offer any more than this. When he says that the union is being reductive and myopic, what do you do? What do you do when you're told there is no negotiation anymore? Look, what tactic do you take there when the other person walks away from the table?
There is a proven track record of strikes being effective in labor negotiations and it being a long-term used tool that is not in any way reductive, but it's also the same kind of people who are like, protests don't get anything done. Just ask nicely for the police to stop killing people. Like,
sounds like a rich white guy saying stuff.
It sounds like a rich white guy saying anything about anything.
I support my union, but why is my union stopping me from making my money right now? Or why is my union stopping me from promoting the show that I worked hard on? Well, everybody works hard, bud.
Yep.
Everybody works hard.
Nobody wants to be striking. So he tried to clarify and he was like, well, that was taken out of context.
No, it wasn't. I just saw the context.
That clip was.
That was a minute worth of context, Stevie.
Well, that was like out of context. What I'm saying is no one likes striking. No one's happy that we're having to strike.
That's a completely different thing.
That's a completely different thing. And he is trying so hard to walk it back now because he sounded like a jackass.
While promoting his show.
Correct.
Now,
the thing that is currently against it. Now, I think Mrs. Reapers had a good point in the studio, live studio audience and was like to everyone freaking out, this is what scabbing is. When everybody thinks that for some reason talking about a movie they saw is scabbing.
Right.
That's not scabbing. this is scabbing.
Right. Now I think there are valid things that people are getting concerned about the way the strike is being carried out. But that is not anything that he is talking about right now.
No.
Those valid points that some people have, particularly with regards to things like waivers for movies that are independent but have already secured distribution deals with studios or streamers, that's complicated stuff that we should be talking about. And the union does need to figure out what they're unified as a union, what their position is on that. What Stephen Amell is doing right now is saying, I did show, you give me money now?
Yeah.
Why can't I talk about my show? Look, I know it's frustrating, dude. You don't want to be Arrow. I get it. You have a new show coming out. You don't want to be pigeonholed into being Arrow. This is important for your career if you want longevity. I understand all these things all these places you're coming from. Every single person on that line has similar concerns. That's why you're all in the same union. You are not the only one that is having opportunities taken away or taken out from under them temporarily because of this strike. The only one of the few differences is you already got to shoot your show and you already got paid for it.
Anthony, please. Think of Arrow.
Think of the Arrow.
Think of the Arrow
He
himself.
does pull-ups so good. He does pull-ups so good. Let him do pull-ups.
Please let him promote his show. I know a whole union of laborers are fighting for basic rights to be paid a livable wage to do their jobs when people think that they're making billions of dollars, and all of them mostly have to work secondary jobs just to survive. Most of them can't afford to even partake in most of the media that they're creating, but
reminder that
Arrow.
76% of people in SAG, the famous people union, the pretty famous people union, the actors union, 76% of people in SAG cannot get health benefits through SAG because they make under $26,000 a year.
yes.
Under $26,000 a year, working full-time as actors. And there was somebody who, I think he was one of the actors from Veep who talked about it. He was on Veep and he was on New Girl. He's a bit of a Nepo baby, but he's got the right attitude about this. His quote was, "My father has been a writer and a producer in Hollywood, and he's gone on 3 strikes during my lifetime." He says the first one was when they said you cannot get money when the movie is on cable. I think the second one is the first one was you cannot get money for VHS. Movies and TV shows sold on VHS tapes, you will not get residuals for, even though the studio was making millions and millions and millions of dollars off of that. Billions, probably. The second one was DVD. DVD is totally different. You cannot have residuals for DVD. It's different than VHS. The third one is streaming. There is and that's the one we're in right now. There is no difference to this. What happens is and this is not just in Hollywood, when the people in charge in a capitalistic system find a new area of revenue that is huge, that they have not been specifically litigated into being fair about, they will not be fair about it. They have no motivation to under a capitalist system.
And it has always been a fight for fairness.
That's
It
all.
will continue to be a fight for fairness. So, fuck Stephen Amell. That sucks.
Yeah.
You suck, dude.
Listen, we all know that terrestrial television is almost gone. Cable television is disappearing. Everything is going to be streaming. For them to say you cannot get paid for streaming right now, it doesn't count. If they don't get this now, they'll never get it.
Nope.
And all the other money will go away.
And not to mention that, if people don't get this now, if we do not have a change in the way that we pay our laborers to do so, they will simply not be able to continue making it because the cost of living is rising and wages are not rising with it, which is why we're seeing union strikes across various industries.
Yeah.
The cost of living is making it impossible to continue creating. It is impossible to continue working. People are literally not able to afford to live in the cities that they work in.
And these strikes get resolved so quickly in other industries, and a lot of it has to do with the perception that's put out there by the media that people who work in these unions, number one, are rich already, and number two, are not doing something that's important or worthwhile.
Right.
To which I say, if you don't think artists are worthwhile, we will simply take away your television, your movies, your video games, your music, your books. We'll take away the art. Let's just take away the art for 30 days.
Let's see if you think it's important then.
Let's see how you do when we take away the art for 30 days. It's been a real up and down year for unions. I would say it's mostly been a victorious year for unions. Hotel workers, UPS.
Yeah.
Huge things. Obviously, one of the big blows to unions this year was when the Biden administration stepped in and wouldn't let train workers, railroad workers strike because they were worried about the effect on the economy. And the train workers said, that's the fucking point. Don't step in. The head of the Teamsters literally wrote a letter to the Obama and made a public statement to the Biden administration and said, hey, do not step in on this strike. It would be out of line for you to step in on this strike. This strike needs to happen. This is when the UPS struck. Said the strike needs to happen. If you're worried about the effects on the economy, that is the point.
Yep.
And hopefully we will get a fair resolution of this, but do not step in because the Teamsters do not just represent UPS drivers. We represent a lot of other unions.
Yeah, or train, yeah.
And if you step in, we will simply send all of our unions on strike.
Yeah, hey, general labor strike, babies. Here's your reminder that the Democrats are center right. Elise said AMPTP got asked to come back to the table with the WGA this morning.
It's going to happen I believe, on Friday. They're sitting back in.
So here is your, once again, quick reminder of what scabbing is. This is a labor strike and not a boycott. If you are laboring for the studios, you are scabbing. That's crossing a picket line. Seeing movies is not crossing a picket line. Continually, the unions have urged you to continue consuming media and showing the studios that what these creatives do is important. So we, as what are considered entertainment journalists, are able to talk about things, even if they are considered struck work, because we are not laboring for the unions. We are not sponsored by anything. We would not be accepting any kind of money from any of these people. And we are not part of these projects.
Right. We are, of course, only covering things when we feel like we're looking at everything that we cover. We'll say that. We're looking at everything that we cover and we're deciding whether we should cover this or whether we should leave it alone. And you'll probably notice that there are some large things that have gone by in the last couple of weeks that we haven't covered. And that's just because we've decided like it's not worth it to bring attention to this right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. You know what we should bring attention to right now though, Saige? We gotta talk about this fake ass bear.
Ooh, I do want to point out just one comment from the live studio audience. Nathan Dooley said creating high demand and low supply so they have a better chance in bargaining, a better bargaining chip in the negotiations. That's kind of it. High demand, low supply. That's
exactly it.
That's exactly it.
I want to talk about this fake ass bear, Saige.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
Please click on fake ass bear.
Okay.
A zoo in China has had to insist that their bear is a bear and not a person in a bear suit.
That's a person in a bear suit, though. That's Stephen.
That's Stephen Amell. That's
He's
just
a person in a bear suit.
He's a person in a bear suit. He's a bear in a person suit.
Okay.
This is a Chinese zoo. This is their prized bear.
That's not a bear.
Now,
that's a guy.
It does look like it is bunching up a bit around the legs and stuff.
Okay. No. Never mind. Okay, no, I see with the feet and everything why people think that's a fake bear from that first shot. When it bends down, that's a bear.
That's a fake ass bear.
No, that's a real bear when it bends back down.
I can see why people are saying this. Here's the thing. The zoo immediately replied, they're like, hey, this is a sun bear. Sun bears are thin. Sun bears have different proportions. That's a fucking
looks like a bear suit.
Listen, that's not a fake ass bear, but here's what we will say. That's a shitty bear. Here's what we can't say. That's a shitty bear.
No, I love this bear. I think it's the best bear ever.
No, I love it. I love it too. It's a shitty bear.
Oh no.
Yeah. Look at that bear. That's a shitty bear.
Really is just standing out there like.
He's like, hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you?
Greetings.
What's going on?
Greetings.
Hello?
What a lovely bear am I. So the zoo had to come out and be like, dude, this is not a fake bear. This is just a shitty bear.
It's just our kind of weird bear.
It's just our kind of weird bear.
We just got a kind of weird one.
The bear's name is Angela.
The way it's like standing up and talking with its hands.
Yeah, it's giving like, hey, how are you? Thanks for coming to the zoo. It's lovely to see you. Thanks for coming out.
Truly, I would have thought that was a guy in a bear suit until it sat down.
Hangzhou Zoo in eastern China has had to say, no, this is what sun bears look like. But it's gone viral.
Yeah.
And the number of
That's a silly bear.
the daily visitors to the zoo have gone up like 300%. 20,000 visitors a day
That's
are
nice.
coming to see this shitty bear. They said, let me see this shitty bear.
Be nice to the silly bear.
I heard you got that real shitty bear here.
No.
And there they go, come on in, check
I
out the
think he's
shitty
an
bear.
extra special, very good bear. An even
Yeah.
better bear.
Yeah, it's just kind of a shitty bear.
No.
A little bit.
A particularly good bear.
Listen,
A
the bear-
conversationalist of a bear.
Oh,
A storyteller.
sure.
A special bear.
But if you were to compare it to
Kind of a silly guy.
yeah,
That's a good bear.
I think more zoos should do this.
Put guys
What
in
if-
bear costumes.
What if we were, hey,
Ah.
you can only take one position or the other. Imagine you
silly
and I.
bears?
Imagine you and I are on a road trip,
Okay.
and we see like a sign at the exit that says, "Hey, come to this zoo, home of the fucked up monkey."
Yeah, I'd pull off.
You'd pull over, right?
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I gotta see. And
Yeah.
listen, the zoo is great. It treats all its animals well. It's one of those like new thought zoos where it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, we give it the enclosure and the environment that it wants. It has enough space.
Yeah.
The monkey, we treat the monkey well. It's just a fucked up monkey.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
This monkey's just a little fucked up.
Yeah. I want a sign that says like home of a zebra that's a little wrong.
Yeah.
It's not quite right.
This is not a good, this is not the correct zebra.
The zebra's wrong.
This is, oh, you're right. It's like, hey, come see our incorrect giraffe.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'd love to see an
I hope
incorrect
it's
giraffe.
short.
I hope it isn't. I hope it's a thing that I couldn't think of.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
fun.
immediately think short giraffe.
Yeah.
But what if it's something different?
Yeah.
What if it's like a twisty straw? What if it's like
Like a telephone cord?
yeah. What if it's got like like one of those fancy keyboards?
Uh-huh.
You know, it's got
Yeah,
the fancy
spiraled.
USB-C. Or like what if its legs are just as long as its neck?
Oh.
And it looked like a giraffe on stilts. And and it's walking around, you're like, how does it not blow away in the breeze? That's an incorrect giraffe.
That's an
I would
incorrect
love to see that giraffe.
Yeah.
Come see the shitty bear. I had no plans to go to China, but I'd like to now.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'd like to go see the shitty bear.
All leg, no neck.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Vampire Anarchy says there's a rescue zoo in New Jersey called the Popcorn Zoo. All the animals are a little fucked up. I want to go to that zoo. We got to go to Jersey.
Anthony, I can't believe I'm saying this, but do you want to go to New Jersey?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes.
Field trip to New
So
Jersey?
weird. So weird. It's like when you ask people to draw a horse from memory.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see at zoos.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the children's drawings of these animals.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Angela and to the Hangzhou Zoo for all their success. And all it took was just kind of a shitty bear.
So here's the thing. Somebody in the chat, Nathan Dooley, was like, you ever seen a sunfish?
Yeah.
Why are all sun animals all weird looking?
I don't know.
Why are all the sun animals kind of weird looking? Can't get that in the right spot.
No, it's going great.
There.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird.
Okay, I think it's time we get to our we got kind of
Yeah.
a last story.
Yeah, let's talk about some of this. Jimmy Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Jimathan Beasterson.
Mm-hmm.
The man, the myth, the guy.
Mr. Beast, of course, a massive YouTuber known for large-scale financial investment videos, like in the sense
Yeah.
of like, I bought an island and made poor people run a marathon to win it.
Sure. Also, was real big, real early in that like humanitarian videos is what they were called at the time. But it's
Yeah.
sort of like, you know, I think one of the first videos of his that I saw was like, I gave a homeless person $2,000.
Yeah,
You know, I let people buy anything they wanted in a store,
right.
you know.
Yeah, as Comrade Ender called it, poverty milking.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty accurate depiction of how we feel about it. A lot of people love and do see this as straight up philanthropy.
Millionaire and billionaire philanthropy do hit weird.
Millionaire depends on how high.
Yeah, millionaire.
Again, we just said it. $1 million, not a lot of money.
Right. But what I'm saying is like
Many multimillionaire.
on this scale, millionaire and billionaire philanthropy do hit weird. Of course, one of the biggest things a few months ago was when James T. Beast paid for a bunch of people who were blind to have implants put in to see. And then we found out that he was an investor in the company that makes the implants. Millionaire philanthropy do be weird.
It is an odd space where you can acknowledge that good was done and acknowledge that maybe bigger secret bad was done.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Also did a big,
Not sure yet.
A lot of investing in crypto pump and dump and NFT stuff on a personal level. Wants everybody that works for him to live in a company town and kind of put that as
He's
philanthropy.
already doing it.
Yeah, put that as
It's already
philanthropy is
happening.
like, hey, I bought an entire neighborhood and everybody that works for me and with me will live in this neighborhood and I'll give them houses. It's like, dude, that's a company town. Hey, be cool.
Not cool.
But one of the things that he is also known for recently is his fine line of consumable Beasterson products.
There was the chocolates that he asked you yourself to go and make sure were stocked well in the store.
He was like, if my chocolate bars are like messy on the shelves,
You fix
go on
them.
in there and fix them up so they look nice so we sell more chocolate bars. Go ahead, kids. Do a little labor for your old pal,
Mr. Beast.
Jorm's Beast.
So what's happening right now is Mr. Beast has had a like ghost kitchen food delivery service called MrBeast Burger.
Right.
Now, if you're not familiar with ghost kitchens are places that do not have a physical location that you can dine in at and are only available on food delivery services.
There have been a lot of these recently. You've probably noticed a lot of them, maybe in your neighborhood, in your town, because there'll be like a restaurant that lists itself as like, hey, we're a restaurant in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you're like, I've been by there. That restaurant isn't there. There's no restaurant there, or there is a restaurant there, but it's not the restaurant that they're saying they are.
Yes.
That's a ghost kitchen, and there's nothing. I would say inherently, there's nothing wrong with a ghost kitchen.
It's a little bit, I don't know, there's something a little skeevy about it. And I know that it isn't inherently, but there's something off-putting about it. And there's something a little dystopian about it.
There is. I mean, when ghost kitchens started off, it was very much like commercial kitchens that normally do things like provide to, local grocery stores pre-made meals or, take out stuff or even do a lot of prep cooking for restaurants in your area.
Yeah.
Commercial kitchens, they exist everywhere. They've always existed. And, it's very common for restaurants and chain restaurants to send their chefs into a ghost kitchen, train the employees on how to properly make the food. And then, you're getting pre-made stuff that's, frozen for your restaurant. Now, the rise in food delivery services made
pandemic.
Made a lot of these commercial kitchens say, hey, we cook a lot of this food for a lot of these different places. A lot of these places are closed now, or they're not doing takeout. We should just do it direct to customer. And I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I'm not so worried about like a brand like, hey, this is Dave's Tacos, and it comes from the same kitchen as like Mark's Pizzeria. Like, it's a little weird to me, but I don't care as long as the food is good.
I'd like a little more transparency, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
they are often trying to pass themselves off as physical locations.
Sure.
But I noticed that like a lot of the time they also do things because they can like change their name because they're not like a physical location. But they just do like really trendy pun names in LA a lot.
Yes.
Where it'll be like, what the cluck chicken? And you're just like, oh, okay. Or it's
I've
just
never
like,
seen a what the cluck chicken, but it's
Yeah,
like, there it is.
okay.
And they pivot to what's trendy or popular. So it's like, if hot chicken is popular, like it is right now, they go, great. Well, we're going to advertise as a hot chicken restaurant, and we're going to pull our Chinese food restaurant off of the service because not as many people are ordering Chinese these days. It is, like you're saying, it's a little
dystopian.
odd.
It's dystopian. It is. For kitchens, for people to have to do this is dystopian.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that only exists because of late stage capitalism. Like
Sure.
that's the thing. Is it's not the people doing it, it is the system
Yeah.
which has created this that makes me uncomfortable.
There are some pros to it, even for real restaurants that are not ghost kitchens. Some restaurants list themselves as 2 or 3 different restaurants now. I've seen a lot of that happening.
I think that's weird and I don't think it's good.
I think it's coming, like, I don't know. I manage restaurants back in the day, and I've worked in restaurants a lot, and there is something cool to being like, okay, well, we're a sit down, kind of nice Italian restaurant. We know that we're only going to get a certain number of people per night because of what we offer. But if we can also offer a side delivery thing as like a fast food Italian place or even a fast food place that serves a different type of food, and it kind of helps us.
As a small
I think
business,
that's okay.
you can have a second one.
Yeah.
You cannot have as many names as you want, and Denny's shouldn't be allowed to do it. Because Denny's isn't doing it as a like, oh, well, we want to promote ourselves differently. It is, we don't want you to think you're getting Denny's, but we're still going to give you Denny's quality food. So we're putting ourselves listed under another name and letting you pay more thinking you're getting nicer food, and then you get Denny's. Hooters does it. Thank you. A great example. Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese
Dave
does
and
it.
Buster's.
Chuck E. Cheese is Pasquale's Pizza. If you see a Pasquale's Pizza in your town, Pasquale is the name of the animatronic chef at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep.
And so if you see a Pasquale's Pizza, that's Chuck E. Cheese.
Like, I think it's a potential way for like, and food reviewing is genuinely very important for health and safety. And I think it is a way for people to dodge like expectations and reputation of their name. And I think that is concerning to me and something to avoid.
Now that is true. Like if a restaurant does have like bad reviews, if they go, oh, people don't like what the cluck, well now we're, are you faux real?
Yeah.
And nobody will ever know. Now ghost kitchens do still get inspected by the health board, things like that. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. But what you do have to worry about from a customer perspective, like you're saying, is if this restaurant is known for having shitty food and bad service, well, the health board doesn't care about that.
No, the health board doesn't care if their burger tastes bad.
It doesn't care if their delivery is slow and their burgers suck and whatever. So when they go, okay, we're a new business now, and we serve a different menu, but we're going to do it just as shitty.
Yep.
You have the right to know. Eddie Burback did a great video about this a couple months ago, and he talked about a lot of the LA stuff in particular and how many of the things there are. You should go watch that. It's like 90-minute deep dive.
Well, listen to who does care a lot about what kind of quality food is coming out of their ghost kitchen, even though they agreed to do this when he could have just opened a restaurant. MrBeast is now suing his food delivery partner that created the ghost kitchen for his burgers.
Now, this ghost kitchen started with MrBeast, I believe, but now does a lot of other YouTuber or brand type deliveries.
They didn't start with
them?
They were a pre-existing company.
Right. Oh, okay. So what they did was when they got the MrBeast, they started expanding into other influencers and brands, and now that's kind of their thing.
So Virtual Dining Concepts, a Florida-based company that he partnered with to do this like ghost kitchen idea so that people all across the country could get MrBeast burgers. The lawsuit is alleging that he has been receiving, that people have been receiving low quality food.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is backed up by looking at the MrBeast Burger Yelp reviews. So this is for one in Los Angeles. This is in like Studio City. Again, in Studio City, right? Because it doesn't have a physical location. 1.8 stars.
Woo! Can we see some of those photos?
Yeah.
I think if you go back up to the top, you got see all 72.
So you can see what's attached to it.
That didn't even come in the MrBeast branding.
Burnt.
That was just like generic. That's burnt.
Yeah, a lot of them are just like pictures of the boxes because they're like, look, I got one. Dry ass hamburger.
Yeah, that's not even the packaging.
Rewarm hard ass fries.
Ugh. Yeah. I mean, look, it do look like fast food. It do look like fast food.
Look at that. Unmelted cold grilled cheese.
Ooh.
That's rough looking. So he's like, hey, this is
grilled
not
cheese.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's like, this is not living up to the quality. So he is now suing because they have often been accused of serving raw and inedible burgers. Raw is a big concern.
Yeah, raw is you die maybe. Raw is you get sick, you die. You shouldn't be able to see the individual slices on your fucking grilled cheese.
You sure shouldn't.
So Virtual Dining Concepts was founded by one of the old founders of Planet Hollywood, which if you ever went to a Planet Hollywood when those were around, also horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible food.
What a moment in time.
What a moment in time that was.
So the lawsuit.
Like this burger is terrible and I feel like I'm getting food poisoning, but look, it's the Judge Dredd costume from Sylvester Stallone's version of Judge Dredd.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Hey, these fries are terrible, but at least I'm eating them underneath the costume from Meteor Man?
I guess.
What?
So here's what I found very interesting about this. The lawsuit alleges that this business venture was part of his philanthropic mission and that they're getting in the way of that. They're getting in the way of his philanthropy of giving the people good burgers for charity.
Yeah.
He did have some things that he was offering.
He has not made a dime off of this, is what he said. He says
it's not about that.
He says that he gives it all away or whatever. That we're not investigating that. That's not what this is about.
Well, I can tell you a little more about it.
Yeah.
Essentially, he had like for every certain amount, we give away a certain amount. We have these kind of things. There are things in place for this.
Yeah.
But what we have to keep in mind when people say that they're not making any money off of something is that everything comes back.
Yeah.
Like everything comes back because the money that he would be making directly profiting off of the cost of a burger it's not about that. It is about the money that he will make from investors. It is about the money he will take from outside sources, from the promotion of this, from the attention of this, from the people that buy in brand trust from this, that will invest in his larger business because of it.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot going on. And even if he's not making a dime, when companies say that, a person can say that. A person who works at a company can say that.
Yes.
It's different to say, I'm not making a dime and the company isn't making a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two different things.
Yes.
But anyway, like, we don't need to investigate how much money he is or isn't making or whatever. This is about the food, the quality of the food and what's going on. It sounds like this was a very popular thing. And I remember when it first opened up, people really wanted it. It was like the wait times were ridiculous. And when people got it, they said it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like what this is a case of it expanded very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever was in charge of this part of the brand for MrBeast, whether it was Jimmy or somebody else, was told, we're expanding, everything's great.
Uh-huh.
And then after they expanded, they overexpanded.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody from MrBeast looked into it, they were like, oh shit.
They overexpanded and they lost control of quality. So there were 1,700 restaurants as of 2022 that were signed up to deliver MrBeast burgers as ghost kitchens. 1,700.
Now, not all of those can be commercial ghost kitchens. There's no way. Some of those are, like we're talking about, probably local restaurants that have the equipment to make burgers.
Yeah.
And are sent, a certain number of MrBeast burger boxes and are like, when you get an order for MrBeast, you put it in this box and you go deliver it.
MrBeast expected that his fans would be the recipients of excellent customer service and superior branded food product. Unfortunately, however, because of virtual dining concepts more focused on rapid expansion, the business as a way to pitch a virtual restaurant model to other celebrities for its own benefit, it was not focused on controlling the quality of the MrBeast burger and the customer experience and product.
Now, this is when we get into for the restaurants and the ghost kitchens, this is where we get into the very dystopian part of it for them.
Yes.
Because if you sign up, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm imagining that if you sign up for virtual dining concepts to be one of their kitchens, you start off and you go, great, we're delivering MrBeast burgers. And then virtual dining concepts goes, hey, we're adding a few more menu items. Maybe it's for MrBeast, maybe it's for another influencer, maybe it's for another brand. And they just keep doing that until all of a sudden, in addition to your regular menu or your regular clients, you have to be a kitchen that makes 80 different things.
Yeah.
That you maybe didn't sign up for.
Right.
And you didn't get the proper amount of training for, and you don't have time to do all of that.
Correct. Some of the reviews say things, and I'm going to give like a little bit of a content warning for gross here. Some of them read, a black bug came out of my chicken sandwich. I picked it out and threw it in my sink, and it made a thud sound. I'm so upset. I threw this $18 sandwich in the trash. $18 sandwich.
That is one of the things, and that's one of the things Eddie touched on in his video. He got 5 chicken sandwiches from 5 different places. Yeah. They were all like $20 sandwiches. They were all clearly the same sandwich from the same place. And he's like, none of these is a $20 sandwich. And to your point of being like trendy branding, trendy design, when they do cool brand and design and nice like food photography and stuff, you think I'm getting an $18 chicken sandwich, but I'm getting it from a pretty nice place.
Nope.
No, you're not.
You don't know where you're getting it from.
You know where you're getting it from?
That's the problem. That is the problem with the idea of the ghost kitchen is you do not know where you are receiving something from. There is little to back up, little to communicate with other people about what you're getting. Because even if it has the same name, it might not be the same place now. Like, it's too much of a shot in the dark at this point. So raw chicken, salmonella sandwich, worst burger I've ever had. Please just go to McDonald's. Unacceptable as food. My 7-year-old ate MrBeast's raw chicken. Worst hamburgers. And on top of that, we only ate them about 4 hours ago and we all started feeling sick.
Oof.
This is literally garbage. I wouldn't even give to my dog. Really, really bad stuff. Such a waste of money.
My favorite one. The burgers were barely cooked. Such a waste of time and money. Silver lining, the kids seem less interested in watching MrBeast, so maybe I'll get some relief from him now.
Whoo!
And then the lawsuit, then it does have the wording of the lawsuit in this article, which says what we said earlier. While the business has made millions of dollars, MrBeast has not received a dime. So what, James? That's your business.
That's the thing is
Watch your
James
business.
doesn't need any more money
Jimathan.
in his personal account. And it's the same reason that when we talk about
Pump and
billionaires,
dump an NFT about it.
like when we talk about billionaires and we talk about things like their salary, for instance, that they take from the business, that's irrelevant to the conversation. The majority of wealthy people's actual wealth is not in the form of salary and it's not in the form of liquid cash. It is in the form of their assets. So he owns the business that is of a certain value. When you have something that is sizable that in 1,700 locations, it is about the value that adds to your net worth and it's about your portfolio.
Yep.
That's how the wealthiest people actually keep their wealth.
He doesn't need money. He has enough value that he walks in anywhere and walks into any bank, financial institution, lending establishment, whatever, and goes, need money. And they go, here's money. And he goes, need very low interest rate. And they go, oh, practically give.
Yeah.
And then he pays it back when he feels.
Yeah. Or he sells the company.
Or he sells the company. Now, this is interesting, though. What does MrBeast want? What does Jimathan want from this? And it turns out that MrBeast is seeking a judicial declaration that James has the right to terminate the MrBeast Burger business. If the MrBeast Burger virtual business cannot provide the highest level of service and products to its customers, then it should not continue.
So he just wants to shut it down, it would appear.
Shut it down.
He doesn't want to be liable.
Yeah.
That's it. He is now stuck on the line for a 7-year-old eating a raw chicken sandwich.
Yeah, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want it. This is now, it was something that was supposed to be cool for his brand, and now it's not cool for his brand. There are very thin margins in food and food service and running a restaurant, even with a ghost kitchen, even something like this. He was doing it because it's cool for his brand.
Yeah.
If it's not cool for his brand, he gets out.
Blade of Creation said he can just do that. He doesn't need a judge. That isn't necessarily true. There is a lot of legal ties between him and this company he went into business with.
He could say, I don't want to do this anymore. And Virtual Dining Concepts could be like, cool, well, so we don't call you anymore then. We just run it the way we want because we're under a contract and we just keep going.
Yeah, it says we have the rights to continue using your name on this burger.
Yeah, we're just going to go for X amount of whatever. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to avoid consequences. I mean, yes, but also like...
It should be shut down.
It should be shut down. And listen, while we don't... Listen, I'll personally tell you, I don't care for James, but this is not a bad decision.
Yeah.
If the restaurant is bad, shut down the restaurant. If it's dangerous, if it's potentially making people sick, if it's a bad look, shut it down. Whether you're trying, you're trying to get out of consequences, but you're also just trying not to run a bad business. And there's nothing wrong with that. It would be different if he was, this is not a Gordon Ramsay, kitchen nightmares thing where Gordon Ramsay is coming into a restaurant that's owned by a family where all they have is this restaurant.
Yes.
MrBeast does not need to save the restaurant.
No. I just wanted to check really quick. As of 2023, now again, Google internet searches for this are never entirely accurate, but supposedly, as of 2023, his net worth is $110 million.
I believe that.
That's his personal net worth.
I believe that. When it comes to investments, businesses, all that stuff, I believe it.
Easy.
Wild. Should we order a MrBeast Burger? Should we order one?
Get one delivered?
Should we get one delivered, see what happens?
See if it shows up raw and makes us sick.
How exciting. Both of us have delicate tummies to begin with. Both of us have very delicate tum-tums. Maybe we should order the Beast Burger and see. I kind of wanted to order it when it first opened.
Did you really?
Yeah, but the lines were so long. It was like, it's going to take 2.5 hours to get a Beast Burger. And I was like, I'm actually hungry.
I did not have any desire to do that.
I didn't think about it until I just wanted to know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. It's a burger from a YouTuber. That just doesn't.
Yeah, but but it's always interesting to know, like, did they do it right?
Right.
Like, it's a burger from a YouTuber, but did they do it right? You know?
It's a burger from a YouTuber. I don't really care. You know?
Yeah.
All the hottest people have tummy problems, so true, bestie.
All the hottest people have ghost kitchens. We got to get a ghost kitchen. If we had a PixelCircus ghost kitchen, what would we serve?
Okay, I think I got to think about like what we eat around here a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Chicky nugs.
I mean, it would be chicky nugs.
Yeah.
For sure, chicky nugs.
Yeah. Homemade Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. We like a little cake pops.
Cake pops.
You love a cake pop.
Yeah. Donuts, obviously.
Ice cream. It would be mostly a dessert place, I think.
Yeah.
I think it would be a PixelCircus little sweet shop.
That's kind of cute.
We'd have like a little sweet shop.
Circus Sweets.
A little Circus sweet shop.
That's kind of adorable, actually.
Pixel Sweets.
Yeah. We're going to make a video game. We're going to make a ghost kitchen.
All you have to do is get that number to the right amount.
The mystery secret
We're
number.
not telling you what the number is. Well, everything comes with pickles. That's the thing. Whether it's appropriate for the food to come with pickles from the PixelCircus Ghost Kitchen.
Doesn't matter.
It does. Not integrated
No, on the side.
into the food. On the
You get a
side.
little, like-
You get a deli pickle on the side.
No matter what.
Because also, that's how we celebrate our Jewish heritage. Everything with a deli pickle on the side.
Like getting a pickle with your sandwich, but with your donut.
Think
Are you
about
telling me a pixel sweet in this circus?
it. BBs, thank you so much for watching today. We really appreciate you coming by. A reminder that we won't be here on Friday.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you, but don't worry. Use your object permanence. We're still around even if you can't see us.
And we will be back on Monday.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll be at Gen Con for anybody who's going to be at Gen Con, and that's why there's no show on Friday. But we'll be back. There'll be stuff. Don't you worry. You can always catch up on all the bonus clips that are on the Patreon that you haven't watched yet. Go through that whole library. Once you subscribe to the Patreon at the It's Too Early tier, you get the whole library of all of the bonus content we've ever done.
Everything we've ever done.
Could you believe it?
I put my bar mitzvah photos up there. Why would I do that?
Will you?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, they're up there. That's not true.
That's not true. Now I feel like you have to. You have bar mitzvah photos?
Of course I have bar mitzvah photos.
Yeah, send me your bar mitzvah photos.
I mean, I don't have them, but
You just said, of course I have them.
I mean, they're around. My mother has them.
You ask your mother?
Hey, tell your mom I said hi.
I will.
Saige?
We don't have to use our Costco membership anymore. We have a lease.
Where can people find you when you're not here?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at NotSage. I am offline on streams because I am traveling. How about you, Anthony?
You can find me everywhere at Carboni and here on Twitch at Anthony Carboni. I'm offline on streams because I haven't streamed.
And that's the only reason.
And that's the only reason. I'm thinking about it. Any day now. Follow me on Twitch any day now. Also, join the Discord. Thank you to everybody who tweeted about the show today. Thank you to everybody who suggests stories on the Discord.
Very cool and kind
We
of you.
appreciate you very, very much.
We absolutely love it.
And yeah, you're all wonderful.
You're
That's
great.
all. That's all we're trying to say. You're all wonderful. Accept the compliment.
Come on.
Come on.